Hello. This is Soul Inferno and I am back from my well-deserved break. The next tarot set will be What tarot phase are you in right now? For background information, in terms of tarot, whether you believe it's spiritual or psychological, tarot cards are primarily meant for revealing truths. Psychologically, human brains are social, puzzle-solving, and primate-like in general. As members of society, raised within society's values, expectations, contracts, knowledge, and information, we are prone to factual bias. Misinformation, blind trust, lack of greater awareness, or being misled by others harm our sphere of knowledge. How then do you know what you don't know? To a certain extent, unleaving neutral cards with preset information and awareness can help jolt our bias. It's not as good as a psychologist specialized in deprogramming, but it's a small step in giving our pattern-seeking, puzzle-solving monkey brains a good rinse. It presents, to a certain extent, an unpredictable assortment of points and statements to help each practitioner refine their thoughts. The tarot cards can reveal and mold psychological balance. For those who believe that tarot cards are spiritual gateways, these cards are open gateways to communication with the spirit bodies. Gods, angels, spirits, ancestors, higher selves, alternate dimensional figures, pixies, fairies. The list is endless. It's like playing Scrabble, I Spy, and Rorschach tests mixed together in one go. The more familiar you are with a deck, the easier it is to discern information being transmitted. However, as humans, we do fall into the habit and complacency, something made easier with familiar old routes. We can get too used to the same old information and fail to notice specific factors sticking out. As I have said, humans have a pattern-seeking mind, so a trial new practitioners have to go through is to tell the difference between paranoia or spiritual intuition. If all you have is a hammer, everything that sticks out looks like a nail. For newer forays, everything looks like nails, including hairballs. Sometimes when an animal crosses the road, it means they are going to the other side. No spiritual hints, just a hungry animal looking for food. It's as simple as that. For the next part, personal information about me. For me and tarot card readings, it's somewhere in between. I keep myself grounded and detest chasing after plot bunnies. Either the information slaps me in the face or I ignore them. So between psychological or spiritual, it's half-half. Well, warnings ahead. I have a very aggressive energy, and through not most, if not all my tarot card readings, going forward, I will constantly mention this fact. I'm edgy as fuck, casually hostile, happily bloodthirsty, and enjoy bullying the dead. First of all, if you have seen my username, it's literally Hell Sun in Latin. That's my actual job in the underworld. Technically speaking, I'm on vacation in the human realm by being reborn in it. I don't remember much of the other side though, you are not allowed to bring memories out. With the exception that the souls of the dead look like food to me. In other words, those who use magics, familiars, or guardians stemming from grounded souls, wandering spirits, necromancy, and corpse eyes will clash with my energy immediately. The problem with viewers having or using such magic is that I will detect them and then go on attack mode and try to exorcise them. While many of us in the Western world will consider the use of the dead as necromancy, satanism, or black magic, these are simply one of the magical routes. The spiritual factor can be closely linked to karma, such as dead children's souls being channeled into figurines for worship, called gumantong. Most notably utilized in Thailand, where it is considered good karma to help a child's soul cultivate magic and karma so that they can train and prep for reincarnation with added benefits. I can't say the same for corpse oils depending on the use. Corpse oils have a tendency to make the person take on certain qualities of the dead. Tarot readings aren't as simple as pulling cards and speaking what's on your mind. There is a limited interaction of energies. Using corpse oils, virgin wax, witch doctor bones, flesh effigies, all these have a tendency to borrow and bestow qualities of the dead. For ancestral channeling, these tools are immensely useful, lowering the boundaries between the living and the dead. However, remember my job. I'm not an underworld guard, judge, or a psychopomp, but I do maintain an extremely strict boundary for the living and the dead. By using such tools and products, your energy takes on qualities that I might attack or consume in a bid to enforce territorial claims. I cannot accept your energy interacting with mine. Continuous interactions with my videos is going to cause some level of damage to your energy also. At the very least, ensure that shrines, figurines, and ashes of the dead are not in the same room with you. If your dead grandma pops into your room to see what you're doing and I punch the ever-loving daylights out of her, I'll immediately throw you under the bus when they complain. I've already gotten into trouble for being too trigger-happy with wandering spirits. I'm not keen to get sued by the dead again. Please, I don't want to keep meeting my boss. I'm on vacation. I don't want to work overtime. Don't sabotage me. And now, for the good stuff. The first card will be chosen by you, the audience. Here is the Fablemakers. Well, at least the guidebook for it. This will be the main attraction, I suppose. For the next set of videos, similar to the previous video set I had, but less insane, I had like 44 or 54 cards in that. Here, 24 major arcanas. That will be the main topic. Which tarot card phase are you in? Some ways to read tarot cards are to identify life phases, as this video implies. With each major arcana as a life phase, we will see which stage of life you are in right now. Some believe that arcana cards, the arcana life phases go in a linear fashion, always progressing forward, never back. From Fool to Magician to Emperor and so on, and never reaching the phases that you skip or miss. It goes in one direction, remember? Others believe that Arcana life phases jumps around, where you can go from Justice to Fool to Hermit and so on and so forth. Whichever one you believe, it shouldn't affect this card reading. I will not recommend for you to choose more than one to watch. Too much information equals confusion. After that, I will pull at least one card from the Crystal Tarot deck. Here you go, Crystal Forest Tarot deck. Its purpose is to replace the scrying mirror. To be fair, that's not what the cards are meant to do. But, well, I'm inventive. I find that these Crystal Forest cards are a good medium for ghost paintings. It allows spirits and ghosts to hide themselves within the forest, whichever forest they wish. And it creates a safe zone for them to reveal parts of themselves. Used correctly, I can sometimes see them peeking through, hiding behind the back of the trees. It works just as well for fairies of the Shire Fair. However, these cards can just as well help hide spirits of the more malicious nature. So I don't recommend taking what you see here on face value. Treat it like Facebook. Everyone is lying and gassing themselves up to look good, and is filled with old people with no futures. Without proper energetic boundaries, you will be sucked into the KKK or the Aryan Corpse route. After that, comes around 3 major arcana or 3 minor arcana cards from the Fablemaker's deck. To explain and expound on the major tarot card phase that you are in. I had intended to add a Divine Trial segment after, but it'll be better to have a separate video set. I don't want to bloat my readings with too much complicated information. I also have new decks coming in that I'm eager to use, so that's more to chew for later. Without further ado, we will go on with the card selection when the time comes.